Hello everybody, I'm Nick, and in this video I want to address the hate or criticism I've been getting online about the way I make videos and the videos I make and how I've changed. And this mostly is coming from Reddit. I don't really see it anywhere else. So it's a very small minority. My videos are all ranging between 98 to 99 like ratio, and I don't really get any hate comments there. So it's either people who probably don't watch my videos anymore and maybe they have an idea of me of a certain way, or I don't know what it might be. It doesn't matter, but it got to a point where I had to reply sometimes to those comments explaining the way I do things and the way I think about doing things with the channel. So I'm gonna make this video so I can just link it next time. And if someone wants to know why I do things the way I do, they have the video to watch and understand. Now, the first comment I see the most by far is something along those lines. And this is coming from a Reddit post comment where the post was my interview with Stephen Tope talking about dotnet performance. And this video is saying, I stopped watching Nick Chapsas' videos. They're always too clickbaity, and I hate those surprise Pikachu thumbnails. They're about programming, not the latest MMORPG. And I totally get that. I want to make something very clear. I don't like making those thumbnails and using those titles. If it was up to me, I would use the most descriptive long title and the most clear thumbnail I could possibly use. But the truth is, this is YouTube, and when you're not playing on home ground, you have to follow the rules of the platform. And YouTube, unfortunately, in 2025, has a few rules, and it had those rules for a bit. So yes, I actually have to make those clickbaity thumbnails and those sensational titles, because due to the way clickbait works and human psychology and FOMO and many other things that have been studied and proven, this works. And I know this because I can look at the stats and I know how my metrics look. I know the channel growth, I know the views, I know that ultimately at this time in my career, given I'm the most watched .NET YouTube channel, I'm only competing with myself. So what I want is to be better than last year. And the stats largely back it up. I'm changing strategies, trying different things, but this has been a constant in the way I make videos. Because if the clickbait can be backed up by whatever I have in my video, which I really try to do, I'm not trying to make a clickbait that is not really sort of satisfied with the video content, and if I don't, sometimes I'm deeply sorry. It's not my intention. I generally have to think, okay, how can I make someone to click on this video? And ultimately, that's what I've settled on because, it works. So you don't like it. I don't like it either. But unfortunately, that is how things work. And I know that because this video right now will perform better than some of the other videos, which I think are way better, but they're not worded so sensationally, or they're not about a topic that it might be obvious to you right away. So trust me, it's very hard to come up with the right title and the right thumbnail. What I do know, however, is that you only have yourselves to blame on this one, not me, because you are responding more positively in a way of clicking them and watching them than if I don't use a sort of a clickbait title and thumbnail. And the biggest proof of this is my latest video with Matt Jorgensen. So I made a podcast, in-person interview with literally the lead C# designer that this channel is all about. And that video has severely underperformed. All I named it is The Exciting Future of C# with Matt Jorgensen, which I think is a very accurate title for a 1 hour and 30 minutes worth of video, and just a thumbnail saying, lead C# designer, me and him chilling at a conference talking about C#. And that's one of my favorite videos I've made, maybe of all time, and you can see it in the enthusiasm and the energy we have. But unfortunately, you just did not respond to it so well. So basically, you tell me, do less of this and do more of the, I confronted Microsoft about Blazor, which has severely overperformed because it sounds way more clickbait, it sounds way more sensationalized, and you want to click on it. I don't think the content is lower quality in any of those videos. In fact, I think my Mads interview is better than this video. But because this one is more sensational, it drives the views. So I sort of have to interpret from this that you want me, or maybe if you don't want me, but this is what you respond to. And I have to do it. In the beginning, I didn't even have Daniel here. I just had me as a regular video, and you just watch the shit out of that video. So I get your point about the clickbait. I don't want to do it either, but you respond positively to it. So I have to. Ultimately, what I want to do is I want to be good at my job, and my job is this. At least part of my job is this channel. So I have to do it. You want to be good at your job. I want to be good at my job. It's natural. The next comment on the same video, I think, is, can we ban posting this guy? Please do. I don't want to be posted on Reddit. I actually hate it when I'm posted on Reddit and embedded videos in general, because people don't click on the video on Reddit and watch the entire video. They click off, maybe they come back later. But this sort of tells to the algorithm that they don't want to watch this video, they just clicked away. And this reduces the future promotion of the video. So if you want to ban posting me, please do, you'll do me a favor. But the next bit is pretty interesting. He's completely sold out and talks about nonsense for 10 minutes before getting to the points, so you can cash on that ad revenue. I want to focus on the second part first, and then I'm going to go into the sold out bit. The ad revenue for the channel, I don't want to give you a number, not because it's big, but because what I consider small can be an amazing salary for someone else. So I don't want to anyone feel bad. But for me, the YouTube revenue is 0.1% of what I sort of make with Dome Train and all my other businesses, workshops, conferences, and all that in a year. I could turn off ads and it wouldn't make a difference. The reason why I have them is because I'm not quite sure if YouTube will promote the video less if I turn them off. So I don't know. I'm still exploring this option. But it's not the ad revenue. I can guarantee that. That's why some of my videos are less than 8 minutes where you can have double ads. I'm not going to go into the details. It's not the ad revenue. Now, the sold out thing, it's a very interesting one because it implies that I should be doing what I'm doing for free, or I should be doing it for a smaller amount, what I think I can sort of work for. And I don't think that this is fair, because you want to be good at your job when you join a company. You want to be a good developer so you can get a promotion and get more money and get more days off. I don't know. Maybe you want to get a bonus. Maybe you want to get RSUs or stock options. All of those things are things we're working for. So in a way, you're right, but also in a way, we're all sold out because we have to live. So I think it's unfair to be called sold out just because I'm monetizing my content, which, by the way, on YouTube remains free. You're not getting something different. You're not getting less. What you're getting is like an ad in a few videos advertising my platform Dome Train. That is it. I could have a billion other sort of low quality, or not even low quality, but different irrelevant sponsors that they reach out to me in the hundreds. You know, I can sell you VPN, NordVPN. Do you want one? Do you want Atlas VPN or all these other VPNs? Do you want to play Raid Shadow Legends and spend all your money in microtransactions? I don't think that this is the best use of your money. I think as a C# and .NET engineer, Dome Train is a very good use of your money. To be honest, I don't think there's a platform with .NET content that is better than Dome Train right now in terms of courses. And I made Dome Train because I wasn't satisfied with what Pluralsight was offering. I thought the structure was completely wrong. And given how many people migrate from Pluralsight to Dome Train, I can tell that people respond to what I've created, me and all of my other authors, way better. So yeah, that's what I have to say on that. Another one on the same region is this guy is an idiot and a sellout. I don't think I'm a sellout. I agree with you on the first one, yeah. And this comment is in the same vein, you know, sorry, I think the link is broken. I ended up in Dome Train's official advertisement channel. Is that right? Great joke. I found it hilarious, but I don't necessarily think it's untrue. My brand is kind of tied to Dome Train because, you know, I made it. The same way that Steve Jobs is tied to Apple, Elon Musk is tied to Tesla, and so many other businesses. Whenever you're out there speaking or doing anything, you are a moving ad as a creator of any sort. So, you know, is it fair criticism? I don't think it is. I think people in today's YouTube can handle a 30 to 60 second ad. I don't know if it's something personal against me. I don't want to believe so because I've always had free videos 2 a week forever, basically. And I think I'm doing more good for the .NET community than bad. I think a .NET community where I'm not making videos makes C# less cool and less attractive to potentially new junior developers, which we need, to be honest, because without them, the language just dies. That's at least how I feel about it. The last thing I want to address is this comment over here saying Nick Chapsas is great when watched with a cautious skepticism. He's very sensational and extreme in his opinions because, of course, that's what gets views. And we addressed the views thing in the beginning, but I don't think I'm necessarily sensational. Am I clickbaiting? Yes, of course. But I always try to make your click worth the payoff. I always try the clickbait to match what you might be expecting. And if I'm failing on that, again, I'm sorry. But I think in most cases, in almost every case, I do succeed, because true clickbait videos are really shoved down in the algorithm by YouTube. So I think this comment is fair, and the reply is, lately it's getting worse and worse. I guess he's chasing the views. Yeah, in the same way you are chasing that bonus, that salary, that promotion. We already talked about this. A lot of the content is very educational, but you should be warned about the new feature library that you must always use from now on content. Yeah, I tightly think that way because it does trigger that formal thing on the viewer that makes them click. But usually in the video, I say, yeah, you should use this from now on if you have this very specific use case. Even with performance, I always say, hey, yes, there is like some microseconds in performance, but if this is not on your hot path, you don't need to use it, but know that you have this tool in your toolbox in case you need to use it. That's how I see things. I don't want to make this video very long. That's where I'm going to leave things. If this thing is mentioned again, I'm going to link this video. If you're on Reddit, please link this video. That's my mindset. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, keep coding.